Hey, it's Tom. I'm going to step through that application built for the ventilator tracking and COVID 1 billion lives saved initiative. The concepts of the application are pretty simple. We need to track these ventilators as they're being manufactured and produced across the country. We do that with a simple iPhone application and scanning either a pallet and where they're being shipped or the individual unit itself. We'd be able to, again, meet the demand of areas that need ventilators and others that don't, and ship them from location to location. The application itself is live. It's again running against data from April 3rd. We do have that live GitHub connector. If we need to connect to live data at some point, we can do that. But in the upper left, we have the total number of COVID cases, our demand. Again, these are calculations based upon the CDC projections. So we've got 1,400 or 14,607 in demand, and our inventory says 18,174. We have two alerts here, both for New York City and Westchester. The alert that works here is the New York City alert. If I double click on it, you'll see our map zooms to that area, and we also get a list of hospitals in that area. By clicking on an individual hospital, like the New York Presbyterian Hospital, we zoom to that hospital. We'll get a 3D representation of the hospital. Now, other information can be displayed here, maybe number of patients, all kinds of things you can display here at that point, but we also get another marker by that hospital. If I click on it, I get more details about the hospital. So we get information that's filtered here for the hospital. We got 975 COVID patients, number of beds, percentage of COVID patients, ventilators required, and the count of ventilators on hand. We also get our list of ventilators. So as a hospital or a location, maybe even at county level, we scan each one of these ventilators at hand, so we know what they have and their reliability. So how long they've had them is important, because the longer they sit unused, the more unreliable they become. We also include to the right of that patients in nearby hospitals. So in case we had an overflow of patients, we can ship them somewhere else, so on and so forth. We also have a healthcare pulse survey from the Qualtrics platform. We're using the SAC to Qualtrics platform connector here, so we're connecting to the survey in real time. We get comments from the healthcare workers, and we score those comments with a sentiment score in this column. And we also ask the question, do you have the right resources to do your job? And you can see that two strongly disagree and one just disagrees. Above and beyond that, the application will allow you to engage a chatbot. See this informational button here. It'll pass the New York information to that chatbot, and it'll ask you if it can do further assistance. If I am a location operating the application, or someone at a higher level in the government, I can order supplies, find buildings. If I find buildings, what that does is it locates other buildings that are housing patients, and then other buildings that may be a good candidate to house overflow patients if I've got too many at my location. And as you can see, I list two. I got the Javits Center here, and I've got just listed building one. Now, you can also ask for supplies at this point, too. So if you need additional ventilators, we get a little picture of a ventilator and some face masks. So we can ship those and engage the chatbot or the Ariba network to ship various supplies to various locations at that point. In addition, I could filter all my information by this selector here. So going back to the all level will take me back to the aggregate level of all the COVID cases. You see we're at the center of the map now, and all my locations then are filtered for various information. Now, the chatbot, just a couple of gotchas here, are actually not gotchas, they're designed this way, will not engage when I'm at the all level. And you can see I'm clicking on it now. So, and the reason I do that is I can't pass all states to a chatbot. It would just be horrendous, the list of available buildings, so on and so forth, for every single state. So we have the chatbot filled out for information in I think it's 3 hotspots, which is New York, California, and Michigan. So if I scroll to the California location, again, we'll filter all information for California, each one of the counties themselves. And our charts change down here, which is confirmed cases over time and demand over time for the various ventilators. You can see an interesting intersection between supply and demand in this California chart here. Now I can also click on each individual county within that area. So if I want to zoom on the map itself, just double click and click on any one of these counties, and I will filter that information in all of the charts and all of the tables that give me the information for that specific county. So that's another cool little feature of the application. Again, going to the all level kind of resets everything and even hides my healthcare pulse survey and takes all my charts to the aggregate level or demand for all overtime. Again, clicking on the top alert, which is the alert that works here for the various hospitals. I've included just the top 10 for that area. Will zoom me to that area, and I could manually move in on the area. And if I don't want to go down to the hospital level, I can say show hospitals at this point, and it'll show the hospitals or hide the hospitals. It'll show and hide these layers. So again, you could add as many layers as you wish to the map itself and do other things with the information within the map. But that in itself is about all in the application. I think you get the ideas and probably capture some of the cool stuff that we've built within the application. Again, it's live, it's working. The fact that this is a analytics designer application makes it cool